Kia ora, and welcome to Constellations and All That. I'm your host, Tracy Cartwright, and together we will be exploring the world of family constellations with facilitators and clients from around the world, looking at different perspectives and experiences in the work, having a cup of tea and just chatting with some friends around their experiences in constellations. We'd love for you to join us. I hope that you enjoy this series as much as I have loved making it. Kia ora everyone, and welcome to Constellations and All That. Today I have the pleasure of chatting with Lap Fung Cheng. Now, did I say
You can
that
call me
right?
Ah Fong.
Ah Fong, that's right. I do remember that from our meeting in person.
Yeah,
And we just discussed that was 10 years ago that when I met you in person in Sydney. Yeah. So
yeah.
welcome to Constellations and All That. I'd love for you to please share a little bit about whatever is there for you, who you are, where you're from, for those who don't know you.
Okay. Actually, I was born in China and I moved to my hometown now, Hong Kong. Okay, huh? And I'm doing constellation in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland China. Okay, and perhaps one of the pioneers going to China,
Mm,
bringing
mm,
constellation to China. I'm doing a lot of trainings over there and I doing facilitation as well. And also now I moved into AI short film with doing that with Constellation. Okay, huh? Uh,
with AI. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
brilliant.
and with AI, yes. And also the next movement is that I'm going to create a AI agents for Constellation. Huh? That sounds interesting, right?
It
And
does
we
sound
are
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, in a way to help facilitators to especially those learners, okay, not those experienced ones, to how to learn Constellation as fast as possible, huh? That is the purpose of that AI agent, okay, huh?
Yeah, okay. I have some questions around that. Yep.
Yeah, well, yes, of course. Okay. And recently I have been doing something like conference, okay, conference to present what is the latest development of Constellation inside China, okay, huh? Okay,
Mm.
inside China. And of course, China is a very big country
It's
there,
a very big country.
very
Yeah. Wow.
countries, very big
Yeah.
country. So when I'm doing Constellation over there, I realized one thing. Not everybody can come to Constellation, okay, huh? So the challenge then is that how I can get people to know what constellation is all about or what's the effect of that. That's the whole
Mm.
thing. So, okay, how to get things more popular. Okay, huh? That is something
The
very
awareness.
challenging.
Yeah,
Very
get the
challenging.
awareness out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Challenging. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Huh? So that is what I'm doing there, and also I for last year and one whole year I'm using AI. I'm training AIs to understand constellation. Huh? So if you go to Doubao, for example, Doubao is an AI in China. Okay, huh? It's actually if you put in constellation, you got a whole lot of answer, which is I fed to the AI. Okay, for the last year. Huh?
Sorry, what is the name of the AI in China? Oh,
Doubao,
okay.
that is the AI come with TikTok, huh?
All
The same
right.
company, TikTok. Okay, that so we did a little bit good work on the AI, and
Yeah.
now at least they when you talk about constellation, at least they keep come up with some standard answers, okay, or authentic explanation of constellation all about. Okay, huh? This is I've been doing for last year, and also I translate one book from Hellinger, huh? Love
Mm-hmm.
Hidden Symmetry into
Mm.
Chinese. It was published already 10 years ago, 10 to 10 years ago, but because the copyright stuff, they changed the publisher, okay? So they asked me to translate it, okay, huh? So I translated into Chinese last year, okay, last year. So I'll be very very busy of doing things,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Okay, huh?
yeah.
So that's
So
it, huh?
yeah, you have been very busy and you're very well known in the constellation world. I'm a teacher as well, a trainer. So I often share. There's one thing that I learned from you years ago, and you were talking about when you would describe to people about the space within constellations, and you called it the Wi-Fi hotspot. And it people get it when I talk about that. Well, and we talk about the energy and how you're creating there's that space of the field, and then there's the Wi-Fi hotspot. And as soon as I say that, people go, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. I get that." Even though they don't see Wi-Fi, they don't understand it, they get that concept.
Yeah.
So yeah, very grateful for that, and the way that you're exploring constellations is, I mean, it's on the leading edge there. Well done. I do have a question for you around AI and the human experience when someone's
Yeah.
training. So, because it's quite involved in the when you're training in the work. How does that?
After I worked with AI for over a year, okay, I realized that they are complementary to each other,
Okay. Yeah.
human and AI, okay, AI cannot replace human, especially the perception that people
Mm,
got. Okay, we have all these perceptive abilities. We have ability to download. We call it download from the Wi-Fi spot. Okay, we download the message from the we call it iCloud,
mm,
human consciousness iCloud. Okay, I call it okay. We can do that, but AI cannot.
mm,
At least now cannot do that. Okay, the AI also cannot recognize the spatial relationship. Okay, which because the so-called AI model is now only focused on language. Okay, So what I've been doing is that I translate the constellation into the language form that can fit to AI.
mm.
That's the thing that I'm doing. Okay, that the good thing is, the once you feed the AI with information, feed them with for example, just assume you are phone, okay, you are phone, okay. What I am doing to do to could do, okay. Then I feed them with my cases, real cases, okay, maybe hundreds and thousands of cases, okay, and the AI can actually analyze those real cases. And when you talk, communicate with that AI, they actually talk like me, okay, talk like
Mm,
me, and they give, for example, if your problems or issues are very general or generic issues, okay, they actually can give a very good insight,
yeah.
uh, the perspective that you could never thought of. Okay, that's possible. Okay, but that's based on the information we collect. Okay, about real cases because we have in my own classes, I used to have a camera. Okay, a camera. We capture all the things. We transcribe every words the
So
people
you were
said,
documenting it.
documenting it, yes.
Yeah.
But the point is that we can not publish it. Okay,
Mm,
we
yes.
can
Yeah.
document it. Okay, but the real cases are when you once you document it, okay, and translate into pure language form, then that can work with AI. Okay, you feed
Mm,
them with language, and based on the language pattern that people talk about, then they can come up with certain kind of new perspective, the different angle of seeing things, and perhaps, for example, we have one function in that AI agent. Okay, you can actually type in or draw your family tree inside,
hmm.
and based on that family tree and based on the constant theory, we can come up with a report about the risk of a family. Okay, the risk of being entangled or not. Okay, something like that. Okay, we got very detailed report on that. But those are all based on historical document records. Okay,
So those are
okay,
all based on fact that is
facts.
known.
Yeah, based on the what we found in the past, okay, past experience, okay, it's not about now because
Mm,
AI never up to this moment, they cannot read the information now.
Yeah.
Okay, they can only handle the information from the past. Of course, the orders in the language form. Okay, language form.
Because you're teaching it, right, aren't you?
Yeah,
So what you put into AI is you're teaching it your language, your
yeah.
thoughts and different things, whereas it's not a self-thinking model. It's
No.
going from what it's learning from you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Mm.
just what we are doing. Okay, So this also give our information, very important insight for constellators ourselves. Okay, that AI can serve as a good reference, but
Mm.
never can handle the moment. Okay, the information or the feel at this moment.
That's
Okay,
right. That's where I
okay.
was thinking, hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So that
Yeah.
tells the difference between AI and people. Okay,
Yeah.
So the AI we are doing now is that we try to simulate how constellator work. Okay, that never can uh, achieve what constellator can do at this moment,
That's yeah. Yeah.
here and now. Okay, here and now. Okay, you cannot replace AI with intuition. Okay, intuition
Yes.
can only be unique to human being. Okay, intuition and being here and now, being present. That is AI cannot do. Okay. That is something where, but they can give very good information on the, for example, when it constellate on the three generation issues.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, I realized most of the people they don't study history.
Yes.
Okay, don't have history.
That's
They
one
have
of my,
no.
I remember my teacher saying that to me. It's very
Yeah.
important that you learn history. You learn about
Yeah.
history so you understand, yeah, what's happened in the past. Mm.
Yes, you don't know the context of that particular situation. That's why
Mm.
you cannot understand what your ancestor was doing, what were doing.
Mm.
Okay, So, but on that thing, AI can give you a very good insight because they can recall immediately. When you call, oh, your grandfather, okay, who's uh, was in war, okay, even in war, what kind of war, give you a very detailed history. Next to that, you can have a very good reference. Your assistant, historical assistant with AI, That's very important, Okay. So
Mm.
that is something I call it, you got, once you with AI, that
So,
become
so
your very good assistant.
would you use this as, because I know that you're a trainer also, and this is a tool that you're putting together for your students or,
I give it to my students, okay? We
yeah,
are now in the testing stage, okay,
yeah.
Internal testing, Okay, that's something very interesting because we need to have two systems, okay? One system inside China, one system outside China. Okay? Because you
Mm.
know this this Trump and the other
Yeah.
world, okay? The people wants to contain China, okay? Whatever. That is supposed to be global technology now becomes a two
Split.
globals.
The split.
The
Yeah.
splits. And these are the two systems. For example, there the one system now we're testing now is something can work inside China. Okay, The other system we are not testing now, but we are going to test it is the from China from outside China. Okay,
Hmm.
Those the English version, the different language, multi-language version. We need to have some people get involved to at least to edit edit the English or whatever. Okay,
Mm.
but that when you translate with AI, okay, they
Yeah.
sounds peculiar sometimes. Okay, to you. Okay, is
No,
that
no, I understand that. So, but excuse my ignorance. So, China is Hong Kong in that
Hong
in
Kong in
that
the middle? Okay, it's
in
part
the
of
middle.
China. But in the middle, but Hong Kong got the middle, and so I live in Hong Kong. We got a special advantage. I can access both
Ah.
inside and
So it's
outside.
kind of like
Okay.
being here, isn't that funny?
Yeah,
Like they're being
exactly.
there, like for those who I've got my wings behind me, which is actually
Yeah.
my ancestral field, but
Exactly.
mm,
That's somewhere in between. Okay. We can access Facebook, for example, in Hong Kong, and we can access WeChat in China, okay? But in China, you can only access WeChat, not Facebook,
Mm,
okay? And
yeah.
in some cases in the West, you can only access Facebook, not software in China. That's very peculiar, yeah? They're very
Yeah.
interesting, huh? Very strange, huh? So I need to do both, okay? Both versions, huh? Okay, and
Well, it's lucky that you're a dedicated man because we're lucky that you're a dedicated man because you're bringing this to the forefront. Um, and there are a lot of people that are absolutely unsure about AI, a little
yeah,
bit fearful.
yeah,
And I think there's there's a lot of good things that it can bring.
yeah. The when I'm doing AI, I realized when for example, even outside China, okay, there's some strict regulation on what AI can do or cannot do. Okay, you cannot do counseling, you cannot do psychotherapy,
Mm.
okay, with AI. Okay, huh? This is what is regulation. Okay, this stop you that reserve the final place for the human being. They call it. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. But the point is that we don't call it a constellation. Okay, we call it a theater, interactive theater. Okay,
Theatre.
theater,
Okay.
like drama. Okay, because
Okay.
when we got the AI agent, you got the chessboard, something like chessboard. You got small objects playing on that. Okay, you can play with the angles and move around. Okay, it's more like
Right.
small objects, constellation. Okay, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
we can do that. Okay, and that can be analyzed by AI also later on. Okay, by the results. Okay, so that is something
Mm.
very interesting. Huh? So the point is that the the AI film I'm doing, okay, huh? That that thing come from that idea only come from this year, huh? Because this year there's an explosion of AI short film, okay, huh? Okay, in the past year there are a lot of about short film, but only with real people, okay, huh?
I'm just going to translate that. So, just so that the audience understands. So, Ang has done two short films, AI short films are based around constellations, correct?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. We
Right.
have done two of that, okay?
Mm.
That idea come from early this year, okay? Because the AI can do a lot of AI short films, okay? Now, okay, and with very comparatively low cost, okay, huh? Low cost, and the point is that in the past in China, we tried to work with some directors, drama
Mm.
directors,
Hmm.
to get the Constellation on the film, on a short film, okay? But it failed because we all work on very different mindset, okay? They
Mm.
try to dramatize everything, okay, huh? And fix the characters. You need to say this and all that stuff, not as natural move, okay? No natural
Yeah.
move, huh? So we all on very different ideas, okay? But with AI, no such problem at all.
Yeah.
AI just follow what you need to do, okay?
I have to say, it's a very good likeness of you.
Yeah, huh? So, so I decide what kind of emotion, okay, you need to express. We
Yeah.
decide what kind of words you are trying to talk about, huh? No direct involvement, okay? And the point is that we don't care about how to dramatize the whole thing because we have too many cases, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, too many cases. They try to get people to as many as possible. But that is not our idea. That's not our purpose. Okay, we just try to bring out the idea of constellation to
The
make
awareness.
people
Yeah.
to aware what is
Mm.
the role of it, what is the function of that. Okay, what they
Yeah.
can do, huh? And without disclosing the privacy.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
can edit a case from different, combining several cases together. Okay,
Yeah.
put them together so people can understand what we are doing. But they don't, but the clients, the real client, they don't feel threatened or
Yes.
they don't they don't have the risk of disclosing their own secrecy, okay, privacy. No,
Hmm.
no. That's a
Yeah.
good way to promote it, huh?
Yeah, so creating scenarios without directly implementing or implicating anyone else
Yeah. Hmm.
through AI. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
very good. It's very good. And for
Yeah.
the listeners and the viewers, I will share that. I'll share a link to it actually in the blurb that goes out with this, as well as I'll put it on the New Zealand Systemic and Family Constellation page, and maybe even on my personal page so people can find it. That's very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Thank you very much.
Do you
Okay.
still work with the five elements?
Yes, and we have extended that to 8 elements.
Oh, I
As of
need to
right,
do some more work then.
yeah, expand that, because the for some kind of issues, 5 elements not enough. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I want to show you this. Can you see this?
Water. Okay, water
I
element. Yeah,
yeah,
good.
I got some old placemats and just painted it up and put
Yeah,
the water element on it and what was that? The north and then the
north.
metal and
Yeah,
west
yeah,
and so I did that and then the yin and yang from what I learned from you 10 years ago in Sydney
yeah,
and I used it for such a long time and then put it aside and just the other day I pulled it out during a
yeah,
constellation and it was like
yeah.
oh, it's so
Good.
good, such a
Yeah.
good tool.
Okay, and one thing you need to modify a little bit, okay? In the we talk about the water element in the north, okay, But in New Zealand needs to exchange that with fire element because fire element actually points
Ah,
to
yes,
the equator, okay,
right,
That is
yes.
that's north, okay, And you point it to the north, water element point to south, the south pole, okay, So that's a slight difference,
So does it still represent the mother, even
Yeah,
though it's
still.
south? Yeah, but
Still,
it's yeah,
yeah,
okay.
just the direction, okay?
Just the
Just direction.
direction.
Very, very small
Absolutely.
changes. Very
Yeah.
small change, okay?
Ah, great. Very
Yeah,
cool. I
yeah.
thought I pulled them out just to show you. That is such a good. I use them as kind of like a. Sometimes if I get a little, there may be confusion in the field or something like that, and it's like there's no clarity as to where this is coming from. I'll use those. It's very good. Very good
Yeah,
tool.
yeah. It's that's 5 element M model and also my latest 8 element model, okay, is best for those situation which are confusing, okay, Once you do not have the clear information about the person, the family, or the where the influential factors from inside the family of origin
Mm,
or
mm.
outside the family of origin. Okay, that model works very well. Okay,
Okay, so if people want to learn this, are you offering any training in this?
Well, I offer that in China. Okay,
It's a
not
it's a long way to go for that.
Yeah, yeah, but hopefully I'm not quite sure because the Australia girl Junie,
Janine, yep,
Junine, he invites me to share on the internet conference, okay, internet
yeah.
every year, okay, Last year I was sick, I was sick when the time when she invites me, so didn't show up. Okay, didn't show up. This year, I think there are a lot of other people's coming up. Okay, I think there are also other very good sharing. Okay,
Mm, mm.
perhaps maybe next year I may come up to. This year I'm too busy. Okay, Next year
Okay,
next year I may go to present something about AI and AI agents, something like that. Perhaps.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to, who knows, we'll do something. I'd like to learn a bit more about that. I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, as that diagnostic tool. Can I just ask, how did you get into family constellations? What led you to it?
Oh, there's one thing is I was learning NLP, okay, about 26 years ago, 26 years ago. During that course, the trainer actually show me, demonstrate Constellation to the other student, okay, huh? And I was shocked by that, okay, huh? Shocked by that, huh? And then I realized there's something really deeply touched me in some way, huh? Because when I was young, where after I was born, not so far, I was separated from my mother, from my whole family, because that was in the Cultural Revolution of China. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
okay. My father and mother needs to be sent to the rural areas. Okay, I stay with another family. Okay, you know that is so-called reaching out movement.
The
Interrupted. Okay,
interrupted reaching out movement. Yeah.
movement. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so that touched me a lot. Okay, and then I start to search where can I learn constellation. Okay, and then there's a chance that people share with me there's an international intensive in Germany,
In Burnley. Yeah.
2001. 2001. Okay, Then I was at that time I have no idea what I'm doing. I think about it, But at that time also I was just attending a company. Okay, uh, probation periods, okay, not formally recognized, okay, not formally recognized, but I say, okay, I need to go, okay, and the boss, okay, very reluctantly let me go, okay, because there was no business around that time, okay, and I tried to enroll and got the last position in the intensive,
Wow.
and I bought the tickets for air flights, and I got the last ticket, okay? And when I went there, flew over there, all the hotels, all the hostels are fully booked, and they just gave me a big conference room with independent shower, pantry, and toilets. Okay,
Oh, wow.
that
Wow.
is, I call it a VIP room. Okay, the conference room is big enough for a constellation. Okay, that is very good environment. Okay, everybody just envy. Okay,
Your ancestors were going, yes, let's
yeah,
let's get him there any
yeah,
way we can. Yeah,
yeah.
wow.
Well, that's from that moment I learned that okay, once I'm doing constellation, everything just moves so smooth.
Mm, mm.
Okay, if I deviate from that, there's a lot, hell lot of obstacles. Okay, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so far I don't understand. Okay, but I can call it a kind. You can call it fate, destiny, or the calling, whatever you're talking about. Okay, some sort of calling from outside. Okay,
Yeah.
from
I
a
understand that completely. Yep.
okay, some kind of sorting. Okay, this is what I need to do, Not I
Mm,
want to do, but I need to do, Get later because something I want to do, I need to do, and I like to do. Okay, That is something interesting. So and then I spent 6 years learning about constellation, Apart from work, okay, full time work and all the rest of time just learning constellation, and I do some practice during the weekends with my friends. She was doing some training. So I work as assistant, teaching assistant. Okay, And then after 6 years, and the company just tear apart in some way.
mm,
So
mm.
I'm out. I was out, and I was not sure what to do, what not to do. Okay, what to do. Okay, then somebody asked me, why don't you contact Hellinger? Okay, then I wrote an email to Hellinger, ask him if he can come to Hong Kong to do
Wow.
a workshop, and he said yes. That's the start of my consultant work.
And did you go, oh no, what have I done? Okay.
Yeah. Then I
Wow.
organized a 300 people workshop for him two
Yeah.
days, and that's with very good result, very good result,
And
And
were
that
they all from Hong Kong, China, or were they from different parts of the world?
Hong Kong, China, Taiwan, Japan,
Mm.
Malaysia, and
So mostly
Singapore.
throughout Asia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, Southeast Asia. Yeah,
So
and
different dialects. How did you translate that?
we have because Hellinger himself can speak English. I
Hmm.
translate that into Mandarin, and
Hmm.
another person translate into Cantonese. Okay,
Hmm.
address for different kind of people. So that's I start from this and organize workshop, and I introduce other trainer into China as well. For example, the Albert Ma
Hmm.
and the Guni Basa,
Guni, yes, yes.
Guni, and also the Wilfred Nellis,
Sorry.
Wilfred Nellis, Nellis.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that name before.
There are lots, about 10 of them. Okay, 10 that I brought them to China. Okay,
I'm going to
Berto
write it
also,
down.
Berto Alsama.
Boy, Bertold, oh, lovely. He's yeah, he's one of. I love his cheeky personality.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
Necklace, and Henrik Breuer, and who's that? Uh, a lot. I don't remember all of them. Okay, but I brought many of them to China. Okay. Uh, I organize workshop for them, and I also translate for them. Translate for them, so that to me is part of learning and partial of doing
Mm,
business. Oh, that
yeah.
is something interesting. Interesting experience. And now they got their own agents of doing work in China. Okay. Interesting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were kind of, were you the first one in China to introduce constellations, or were there other people that were doing it prior?
Other people also, Valence Lee, okay, and Netra Chow, they were before me actually, But I brought the most of the Constellator,
Mm,
different kind of
yeah.
translator into China, okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So that
Okay.
is something interesting, So then I create my own training courses, and I have my own student. I have my own training schedules and programs. So that's okay. And then
Yeah.
I'm doing something, apart from translating, I wrote a book about constellation in Chinese, and the now I'm moving to AI, and something pretty promising, I would say, pretty promising,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. On the leading edge there, eh?
Yeah, yeah. The point, it is not that easy to work in China. Okay.
Yeah. I remember you saying that because I my thought pattern was that the Chinese were very connected to the, is that correct? Yeah. But the
Yes,
younger
exactly.
generations, not so much. They're a little not as practicing that as much as the older generations.
That is what happened 10 years ago. Now it's
Mm,
different.
okay.
Now it's different. Now the young people, are actually more connected to the old tradition 10
Oh,
years ago.
they've
Okay,
come back. Yeah,
They come
beautiful.
back, come back. They're very, very good. Okay, and they try to learn something very traditional. Okay, to revital what is the old culture, traditional culture.
Mm,
Okay, and they practice a lot of Asian, for example, Asian clothing, Asian drawings, Asian architectures, Asian whatever Asian. Okay, that has become a fashion in China now.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So the young people don't consider the worshipping ancestor is some kind of superstitious. Okay.
Mm,
Okay. They consider it as a remembering. Okay. So that's
mm.
different. Very, very different now.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, a lot has changed in the world, right? And even in the awareness, even in the constellation field, there's a lot more. It's been quite a growth in the last 10 years. But one thing I do remember you saying was that you were describing it to a group of people and they weren't and they were youngish then and they weren't quite getting it. So you said it's like when your computer has all these things going on and there's glitches happening and you realize you have to defrag it to
Yeah,
get back to those old memories that are all out of order and put them, put them back where they belong. And then you said, and then the people they understood that as well. So that's another description I've sometimes used, and I'm
yeah.
quoting you.
It's okay, but this very interesting is that once technology come to certain stage, okay, it can really and good analogy for constellation, huh?
Yes.
Exactly.
Definitely.
What is
Mm.
that called the iCloud, huh? iCloud, huh? What called the a mega computation, okay, or whatever they call it, okay. That is fits the constellation phenomena 100%, huh? That's a
Mm.
very good analogy, huh, for that, okay. So so far, the scientists have not yet studied one key element in the Earth, on the Earth, in the world, okay, human consciousness. Human consciousness.
Mm.
What's that mean? Okay, huh? Is that part of information? Okay, or what?
Mm.
Okay. And the difference between AI and the human consciousness, I've in the last year I've thought out more like this. Okay, human consciousness can do this self-definition. I define myself to be what? To be
Mm.
what kind of person? What kind of being? Okay, AI cannot. AI can only rely on human definition. We define AI, but AI cannot define themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's a unique, very unique to human being. Okay. So I think, we are now in a very different time from last year, from the past 10 years, very different time.
Yeah.
We are advanced to what I call the new era of the
Mm.
Earth. We become not, we try to knock the door on interstellar period, huh, of human being. Okay, huh?
Mhm.
Okay, for example, the Elon Musk, she wants to migrate to the Mars, okay, right? Okay,
Yeah.
the Mars, okay. The point is that what kind of social system he is going to improve there. He or any people, any country, they want to go to this, the whether it's Luna or the Mars or other planets, okay? What kind of family system they want to put in?
Oh, what kind of
Still,
family system? Yeah.
what kind of family system they want to put in, okay? In that special environment, what kind of system they want to put, okay, huh? Is that
Mm.
still the family system we are doing now, okay? Or Muslims type of family, or the mother. I went to my face is pretty red at the moment, okay? Because recently I visited to Tibet areas, okay, huh?
You've
Those
been to Tibet.
Tibet area,
Yeah.
areas, okay? And it's fascinating. They were 26 ethnic minority over there.
Mm.
26 minority over there, okay? And every minority tribe, they got their own family system, which is very different from the what government recognized. Okay,
Can you give me an example?
for example, one man, many wife.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and one wife, many men,
Oh, busy
and
lady.
also the working marriage,
Sorry.
working marriage,
Work.
working marriage. Okay, okay, to the his wife's the girl's house, okay, he needs
Mhm.
to climb up to the bedroom of the lady, okay, huh? And sleep one night. Next morning, before breakfast, he needs to climb down and walk back to his own family origin.
Oh, busy man.
Okay. Yeah, and for all the children, they are raised up not by their own biological father. They're raised up by their uncle, the mother's siblings.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
That's very interesting, right? Huh? So
Yeah.
in this marriage system, in that marriage system, huh? They minimize all the conflicts, okay? Because they don't live together, okay? Huh? They don't
Yeah.
live together. There's no conflicts on the whatever the life all about, okay? Daily life all about, okay? Huh? And men are not responsible for the well-being of his girl, but only responsible for the well-being of his family origin.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
Mm.
interesting system, huh?
Very
System.
interesting system. So I get what you mean. Like, if you're putting someone on Mars, what sort of what family system is this? I mean,
Yeah. It's totally different from where our ideas, okay?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the point is that when I go to that area, I try to talk about the family constellation. They said, we don't need that. We don't have conflicts. That's okay. Just no conflicts.
Yeah. It's too much to think about.
Yeah.
Complicated.
Too complicated. Okay.
We'll be standing there going,
What?
order? What's order?
What's the
Wow,
order? Okay. What's
that's
the order? What's the
fascinating.
order?
Hey, that's
There's
yeah.
no problem at all. Okay. Huh? To them, it's no problem at all. There's no marriage conference. Okay. Huh? Only they can worry about is what the man can do at night. Okay. Can they do their work well? Okay. At night. Okay. That's it. Okay. Are they purely in love with that lady? Okay. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their marriage based on purely love. Okay. And also
Mm,
sexual attraction. That's all. No other things. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
very fascinating. Huh?
It
Okay.
is. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but what if when people go to Mars, right, and another planet, and we cannot ensure every astronaut is one man, one girl, okay?
Mm,
There's no guarantee for that. And how can people give birth to next generation? By those connections or by embryos, for example, huh?
mm,
Fertilized embryos, huh?
yeah.
From other bring thousands of other embryos and you have some mother for that embryo only, huh? And what kind of system will be that become, huh?
You
That's
know, I watched a film recently about something very similar to that, where
yeah,
yeah, it was interesting.
yeah, yeah. We some taste about that already, okay? Because a lot of rich people in China, they, for example, the ladies, rich ladies, they want to give birth to a child themselves, huh? Because that was too painful. So they purposely hire another lady, pay to her, and ask her to be the mother. They put the embryo inside the another mother, okay, huh? We call it substitute mother, okay, huh?
Yeah.
And that
Surrogate, we call it.
surrogate mother, okay, they give birth to the children, okay, and what happened then, huh?
Mm, because there's
Happened
a
then,
whole nother, there's blood from the surrogate mother going through, which is feeding the embryo, and it's a whole nother
yeah,
system. And then it's given back to which it originates.
yeah, but that would be a lot more complex than now, okay, huh? Okay,
Mm,
I expect the children like this, they may have the influence from both systems,
yeah.
from the biological mother side and father side, and also from the subsequent
Surrogate. Surrogate. Yeah.
surrogate mothers system
Yeah.
also.
Yes.
Yeah. So are they going to be very clear about themselves, or are they going to be very confused about themselves psychologically, mentally?
I guess if it's known and it's included and it's all there's all of that included. You are from three systems, not from two systems then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow.
That
Three base
that's
systems.
yeah, that's the implication that is big, okay, huh? Okay. I think
Mm,
we need to study some of this phenomena, okay, huh? Because we are
yeah.
preparing the next generation of human being. If we believe human being is going to continue to survive on Earth, okay, or
Mm,
go beyond the Earth, huh? Okay, that will become
fascinating.
normal, common, huh? In the future.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, you've opened the door to lots of conversations there. I'm sure there's going to have people thinking about all sorts of things now.
Yeah, yeah, we are not staying in the tradition anymore. Okay, okay, we are apart from tradition, we have something crazily new idea in the future.
Mm. Yeah.
So what can that be? Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, okay. So I don't know what would be the result of that. Okay, huh? Okay, but
It
I
would be
was
interesting. It would be interesting to put that into the field in a blind constellation, not to fix,
yeah
just to observe, right? To witness and I mean, obviously if someone came with an issue, but to see that in the field. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's a good things to explore, huh?
Mm.
Okay, prepare our constellator for the future.
Yeah.
At least we have some ideas of what's going to happen in the future. Okay, huh? And that would be beyond our work right now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is
Fascinating.
yeah, I think that's fascinating. I think those are the things I'm thinking about now. Okay, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we go to another planet, what kind of system we are going to create? Okay, huh?
Mm.
Okay. Very fundamental is family system, and then the social system, the tribal system, and we still stay with that country system or whatever, the racial system? I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't think so. That means that there will be a lot of cultural shock.
Yeah. Well, because each person, individual brings their own system and their own ideals and then you're coming to somewhere to create something different. But what does
Yeah,
that look like? Mm.
yes. So the
Which really, in the end, in the big picture, though, isn't that different to people going to start a new, to start a new community, for
yeah,
example, much smaller on scale, but same but different, right?
but that small thing, but that could be become a butterfly effect. Okay.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love that. Yes. So tell me, how do you describe constellations in China? How do you, to someone who's never experienced it, what are the words that you use?
Well, constellation is about you talk about the form of constellation. It's more like you build up a internal Wi-Fi network. Okay, internal intranet. Okay, call it intranet.
Internet.
Intranet. Okay, once you've got the intranet. Okay, and you've got your the the constellator is more like a key, the channels to that the gateway to that
Mm,
iCloud drive. Okay, iCloud drive.
yeah.
Okay, and from there, and you create, for example, you you create your own group on a, for example, New Zealand Constellation group. Okay, that's the social group. Okay, that the group is the iCloud. Okay, huh? And once you become a member of that group, you can download all the information from that group. Okay, real time,
Hmm.
no delay. Okay, huh? Everybody can get it. Okay, huh? Okay, so when you become a constellator representative inside, that means you are in a group. Okay, you can download the information from that group. Okay, huh? Okay,
Mm,
similar system, similar things. You can talk about the whole family system. The family got a group on iCloud. Okay, huh? Okay, once you become the member of that group, you can download information from that. Okay, huh? Okay, for example, can you download information from my group? Yes. Okay, if I give you an ID and password
mm,
authorization, that means you've got my authorization, you can download my information, from my group, So the Constellation is more like a setting up a temporary intranet, okay, which all the people can share information from there, okay,
yeah.
and the point is that the people all believe all the time they want to believe, okay, all the issues of my own body is my own thing, okay, is my thing, okay. But what if you know that you're connected to the iCloud, something went wrong on the iCloud also affects you, okay? So the constellation is not about solve the issue on your own body, okay, but on the level of iCloud level, okay. We solve the bugs in the iCloud computation. So to make it smoother out there, you got a good algorithm, something like that, okay. The computer
Good algorithm, yeah, sending the information.
we change the algorithm and things you feel much better, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we Constellation about how to edit, how to download, how to embody or represent whatever happened in the iCloud. Okay, huh? And we change that computation method, and everything changed, huh? Okay,
Mm,
it's more like AI, OpenAI now. They don't improve your own computer. They improve on their iCloud computation. Okay, how
yeah.
to do algorithm. Okay, the change algorithm, and you feel much better. Okay, that's the what you call constellation, huh? That's
Very,
analogy.
very different description to how we would describe it here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
yeah. Because the Chinese young people, were especially young people, they are living in this high tech period
Mm,
of time. Okay,
absolutely. Yeah.
we just
Yeah.
speak their own language. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
That's great.
Yeah, because the once you got some old tradition things, then you talk about all the spirit things, family spirits, stuff like that, school spirits, stuff like that. Okay, huh? Of course, we can use that kind of language, but the point that people got scared, maybe
Mm,
they may think it's superstitious. Okay, huh? Then we change another set of language that make them feel very comfortable, and that's it. Okay, huh? So we are not only clearing up your own body, huh? Your own body, just like iPhone. Okay, okay,
yes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Clear out all the open tabs
yeah.
and all the
You clear all,
unnecessary programs.
yeah, you
Mm,
clear all those programs. Those are the work that usually people want to do. Okay, but
yeah.
they don't realize that if your iCloud system is not very good up there, not very efficient up there, your speed of your iPhone still needs to be affected by that. Okay, huh?
Mm, yeah.
So that is something I am trying to get through. So the representative of those constellations, I call them the authorized agent for.
Yeah,
Okay,
the facilitators are the authorized agents for downloading. Is that correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the facilitator is the gateway to that
Ah, wow.
authorized gateway to download. Okay, slight difference. Okay, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank
It's
you very
been
much,
fascinating
Tracy.
and you're opening the doors and the minds for so many other inquiries for people as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, thank you for the gift that you bring to the constellation world
welcome.
and for all that you've shared with us today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tracy, for your invitation, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you very much. Okay, huh? Maybe we talk to each other next time or
Yeah, I'm
talk
sure we'll
subject.
we'll connect again sometime.
Okay, okay,
Mm.
good. Okay, huh? Okay, okay, bye bye.
Thank you for listening. Head over to Instagram and tell me what's resonated for you with this episode. You'll find me at tracy.cartwright. That's Tracy with no E, .cartwright. Or head over to my website, tracycartwright.co.nz, and receive a free audio with the gift from your ancestors. So until next time, be kind to yourself and have fun doing it.